Now, let's talk about your internal dialogue. It's how you perceive yourself that will impact how you talk to yourself. So, if you think that you are a good person who can lead, you will tend to encourage yourself. You will talk more positively, and you will motivate yourself to act. If you think that you don't have any value, and that you are a bad person, you will have a more negative dialogue. The more you have a positive representation about who you are, the more you would be able to have an empowering dialogue with yourself, and the more you can communicate that to others. So if you perceive that you are an action taker, that you are always striving for new things, you will be able to easily communicate that with other people, rather than if you have a negative dialogue. And you are always demotivating yourself. You are always telling yourself that you are not good enough. You will have more trouble empowering people. So why is it important to have an empowering internal dialogue? You have the communication with others and with yourself. The more you master this communication with yourself, the more you can positively influence others and lead. If you're always putting yourself down, you will struggle to find the confidence to lead and influence others. So what are 3 tips that they can share with you here to improve your internal dialogue? Number 1. Be aware of what you say. It's all about awareness. So when I hear to listen to your inner voice and write it down after the situation. So, for example, let's say that you have a team meeting. You have a situation that is maybe uncomfortable for you. What I want you to do is that after you have left the situation, so you can download the PDF that is just below, and then work you to write it down. I would like you to answer the questions, and you will see that the questions are there to help you improve how you talk to yourself. So the first question is, what was my internal dialogue? You are not judging. You are just writing down. What are the things that were said that you told yourself? And if you're not judging, you are just there to listen. You may be able to find what you said. I know that sometimes it's difficult because you don't have that awareness. But the more you practice listening to your inner voice, the more then you can write it down and question. 2 is, why is it empowering? Was what I said empowering? Or was it more disempowering? Was what I said helping me succeed? And most of the time, for example, we try to put ourselves down and you say, yeah, but it was there to help me succeed because then if I fail, I cannot be disappointed. But then if you think and you ask yourself the question, really? Was it really there to help you succeed, or it was there to protect you from uncomfortable feelings? And most of the time, we'll see that we have a negative talk. We talk to ourselves negatively, and sometimes we don't have bad intentions. It's just that what we tell ourselves is just there to protect us from an emotion that we don't want to experience. So this is a question to you. And then question 3 is, what could I have said differently? Because he's great with 1 to understand what was said with 2. We are here just to tag in, to see if it was helping us or not. And now it's about rewriting what you said. So what could I have done differently? And you write down, okay, instead of saying, Alan, you're going to succeed, maybe you can say, Alan, you can do it. And it's important to create awareness. I have another exercise that works really, really well, is that you can come up with 5 empowering sentences. So, the ones that I have is the one with my name. It's Alan. And then with an empowering sentence, Alan, you can do it. Alan, you are the best. Alan, give your best. Alan, just go. Alan, just go. And next time that I'm stressed and I have my negative talk, I'm going to just say them loud so I could see them loud, or even just repeat them in my mind. So if, for example, I'm telling myself, oh, Alan, you are in trouble, it's not going to work. I'm just going to override as the Alan, you can do it. 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 And that will override my system. That will help me better communicate with myself. No, you say it like you mean it when there is a communication between 2 people. And even with yourself, 93% of the communication is nonverbal, and only 7% is verbal. So, the verbal means the words that you say, it's 7%, and the 92% is your tone of voice. You emotions, your body language, your eye contact, your smile, all that things. And when there is a disconnect between what you see and your nonverbal, your brain will look for the true answer, and it will look at your body language because it contains 93% of the communication. So if you say, Alan, you can do it, and you don't mean it, you don't believe it. Your brain will read the emotions of the voice and the body language that you have, and you say there was no way Alan will do it. So it's important when you tell yourself that when you talk to yourself that you say it with confidence. So for example, in my case, it's Alan, you can do it, Alan, you can do it, Alan, you can do it, Alan, you can do it with conviction. You don't know what to say, Alan. You can do it, Alan. You can do it. Alan, you can do it now. You must say it like you mean it, and you can try that right now. Say it. You say your name, and then you say an empowering sentence, and they encourage you to create empowering sentences for yourself. You say your name, and then you say something short like, you can do it at a death goal. Let's go. You can do it. Let's go. Let's go. Give your best. Give your best. Give your best. And that can help you when you are in a stressful situation. You see that in your head, and that will override the things that you told yourself previously. All the negative talk that you want to tell yourself. Number 3, at night, reflect on your discomfort. So you may feel uncomfortable when you are overriding your internal dialogue, because it may not be in alignment with what you believe, and is a good sign, because it shows that it's working. So, for example, if you have a negative self-talk, and then you are always saying, okay, Alan, can do it, Alan. You can do it, Alan. You can do it. And you feel a little bit uncomfortable. That's great because it shows that it's working. And I asked this question when I was interviewing Jack Canfield. I said, hey Jack, most people, they say these affirmations about themselves, and they start feeling that something is moving. Something is bad, and there's a disconnect with what they are experiencing and who they want to be. Is that a great thing? And he said, it's awesome, because if you keep saying this, empowering things, then your brain say, oh, this feeling is uncomfortable. I should find a way to make it a reality. So that works really, really well if you keep doing these empowering sentences. It's going to help you because then your brain, we have to find ways to make you do the things too. Be great, to give your best. So don't worry if you feel uncomfortable feelings. Just keep doing that, and over time, you will experience less uncomfortable feelings when you encourage yourself. So it's important to ask yourself the questions at night to reflect on the feeling. The question that you could ask yourself, and there are in the PDF just below, is how did I feel today? Did I feel some power when seeing these sentences? Was there also a mixed uncomfortable feeling? Why is that? Then you can ask a question here. Where was the feeling? And then you ask this question here. Where was the feeling? I want you to close your eyes to rethink about the scene and put your hands on where the feeling was. For example, it could be in the stomach, in the arm, in the leg, you dress. Put both hands there, and you ask the question, was there a message for me? Is this uncomfortable feeling here trying to give me a message? And now you try to listen to your intuition. And some people would just say, oh, maybe this is I. This uncomfortable feeling is here just so that I can be confident and finally do the things that I want. Or maybe this feeling was there too to tell me that I'm good enough. And it's just a reminder that I should trust myself more. So it's important that you listen to your intuition and you will see that it will really help you. So as you can see here, your internal dialogue is critical when influencing others because first, it influences yourself, and then it influences other, so you can also print them and put them on the VV mirror. You know, like this empowering sentences, and you put them on your mirror so that it's a daily reminder that when you wake up and you look at yourself in the mirror, you see disempowering sentences and you can just read them out loud. It will boost you and put yourself in an amazing mood so that you can start the day the best possible.